That's great. Okay, my dear Lau. So today, can you see my screen? Yes.
Yeah.
Great. So today we're going to start with our our fourth level, which is intermediate two. And in the first week, we talk about family and friends, which
Mm-hmm.
is like talking about different relationships that we have with people, right? It is a little bit connected with what we discussed the last week on our last week of intermediate one about the different like opinions about different things. For example, here we have three different questions, but this time they are related to family and friends, right? So could you please read the first question, dear?
What is the best part of your family?
Hmm? What?
Mm, the best part? I don't know. What is the meaning of best part of
Like la
family
mejor.
member?
Well, could be family member, one family member, but it could be, for example, one action that you two do together. For example, the best part of my family is receiving all the support that they give me. That's the best part. But for example,
Mm,
for you, maybe the best part of your family is sharing time with them or feeling loved by other person. It depends, no? It depends on your perception. So,
yeah, okay. In fact, yes, is the support that they give me.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And what else? No, the when we have a dinner, we have lunch, the time for the family time.
of course, great. And for example, in that case, what you do with that time is sharing. Yeah. So we'd say the best
Sharing
part
with them.
of my family is sharing time together, having dinner together or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Thank you so much. Mr. Camilo, welcome, my friend.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, man?
Hello. Eh, fine, teacher. Fine.
Tired?
Yeah.
Okay, Cami. Here we're
As
reading
well.
the first question. It says just, what is the best part of your family?
Hmm. The best part. Um, I think that the best part of my family is um, the the meetings with different um, situation around of my family. For
Like Mother's
example,
Day, something like that.
teacher, how do you say, como la familia, pero no de primer grado, sino como la segunda,
Extended
o
family.
sea, extend,
Extended family.
extended family, yeah. N- Pero la pregunta era de solamente como mi núcleo o también era para,
In general, well, as we were talking with Laura, every person has a different perception of the family. So if you want to include with the extended family, or if you want to include only the nuclear family, it depends on you, Cami.
okay, teacher. So, yeah, the best part in my case is um, the 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 moments with my family, for example, travels or birthdays or holidays. So is it's interesting for the situations that happens around of my different como digo, como familiares.
Relatives. Relatives.
Okay, relatives.
Mhm.
Okay,
Ok, very
yes,
good. Cami, remember that travel es el verbo viajar, pero viaje, el sustantivo es trip. Pues, for example, the trips, the birthday,
okay,
right? Not
it's
the travel,
true.
but the trip.
Okay, okay.
Excellent, very good. Okay, guys. And then if I want to know, well, I want to know how is your family composed. For example, my family, I have two brothers and my mother. My father died a long time ago, but I actually live only with my wife. It's only my wife and me. That's it, right? The best part of my family, of my nuclear family, like mom and brothers, is sharing my opinions and my experiences with them. Because when I talk to them, for me, it's very peaceful to share my things with them. But the best part of my family, like living with my wife, is having privacy and a lot of time for me. Yeah. But of course, also we have downsides. What do you think it's a downside?
Em, I don't know, teacher, como,
Yes, I don't have idea, teacher.
No idea.
como un bajón, o sea, como los momentos más, no sé, como
The downside,
deprimidos.
not really, not that literal, no es tan literal. The downside is the bad aspects, like the
Ok.
the, the ugly things about being a part of my family, the bad things. And for example, I could say that the biggest downside of being part of my family is, I don't know, the biggest downside of being part of my family is, um, I know, uh, charging, or like yes, charging with relative problems. I don't know, like for example, my uncle has a problem and my family is so close that it's like everybody's problem. But for me, it's a little bit unfair because I don't want to carry with their problems, right? So that case, the biggest downside for me is sharing or carrying also could be another possibility, carrying with relatives' problems, right? That's what I think. What about you guys? What do you think in this case? What is the biggest downside of being part of your family? In that case, is specifically of your family.
Teacher, in my case, in the situations, in the hard situations, it could be fightings each others
Mhm.
because there are problems into convivence. Yes.
Yeah, coexistence.
Okay, coexistence.
Mhm.
And several opinions
Of course.
with any topic,
Mm.
political
Mhm.
or or mm, teacher, how do you say ocio? O sea, como ocio en inglés.
Leisure, leisure,
Leisure.
leisure. Right.
Leisure. Okay, teacher.
Okay, great, very good. So the difference in opinions, of course, difficult to manage that. Laurita, what about you, my dear? What do you think is the biggest downside of being part of your family?
Mhm. I think that the biggest downside of being part of my family is to be the younger sister because they keep telling me what to do sometimes. And I am 32 years old, but I am the younger. So, yes, it's happened.
Yes, of course. Oh my God. But what about with your kids and your husband? Is it the same? No, of course it's not the same.
No, of course, no, no, it's the same. When I get married, or when I have my husband, since
Mhm.
I have my husband, they change.
Okay, great. And how long have you been married?
6 years ago.
Okay, that's a long time. You are already like fully completely married, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yes, yes.
Okay, Laube, what a coincidence. I am also 32 years old and I am also with my wife for 6 years. Exactly the same.
Oh, really? No
Mhm.
way. Yes.
I think
And
that
where did you met him, her? Where did you met her?
uh, working, I am not going to say where, but working.
Ah, you are teachers, right?
Yes, but we are both teachers, exactly.
We are both teachers, yes. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Laurita. Well, Nico is already connected. So, Nico, we are talking about our families. And in this case, we're talking about what is the biggest downside, the biggest disadvantage of being part of your family.
Like a downside, I don't know. Maybe when we talk of mm, social news in our country, every day happen a different activity in the country, like social problems, economic problems, and that generate a biggest discourse because uh, everyone have a different idea uh, for policy in general.
Mhm.
Maybe that is the biggest downside.
Okay, so it's kind of similar to Camilo's, no? Like the difference of opinions creates like discomfort, like a
It's
little bit of
more social, yes, I think.
clash. Mm. Okay, very good. Guys, when we mention discussion, it's like a debate when we talk about something, not necessarily like a fight, but it's like debate, no? When we discuss something, it's like talking about the different aspects of something. But an argument or the verb argue, that in that case it means like a discussion but angrily, no? So when you say no but I'm right, you are not right, that is an argument, right? Discussion, it's not literally una discusión, sino es como, o sea, un debate, o sea, es una discusión pero como un diálogo, pues. Pero argument, eso sí es una discusión verbal, ¿cierto? O sea, una pelea, pues, verbalmente, y el verbo es argue, o sea, como pelear o discutir con alguien, ¿right? Okay, guys, very good. So in this case, I was telling Laura that this is connected to what we saw the last time about the double gerunds. Yeah, in this case, we are supposed to use these kind of expressions or these kind of structures in order to talk about a like what we think about different things. And those actions that we have, normally we can describe it with this structure that we saw the last time. No, for example, the best part of, and in this case, we said being part of my family, or wait, here, the best part of, and then my family, or being part of my family. Yeah. Why? Because in this case, we are going to have something that it's called a noun phrase. Yeah. A noun phrase, it's una oración nominal. O sea, it's just a noun. Ready? It's simply a noun, right? So in that case, when I mean a noun, it's something that normally doesn't have a verb. Yeah. For example, I said, the best part of my family. The best part of my family is, I don't know, the love. It's an example. This is a noun phrase. It's simply a noun. Es un sustantivo, ¿cierto? El amor. That's it, right? But sometimes, if I want to be more specific, I can include a verb to go over that noun. Puedo incluir un verbo en esa oración nominal. But if I include a verb, the only way to do it is using a verb in ing, right? Why? Because when I use a verb in ing, it's nominalizing the verb. O sea, está volviendo el verbo un sustantivo. So in that case, for example, no solamente el amor, sino recibir el amor, right? Recibir todo el amor de mi familia. So I said, the best part of my family is, how did you say recibir?
Receive.
Receive, but in that case, it would be in gerund, so it would be receiving. Receiving love, receiving all their love. Their love, right? Entonces sigue siendo una oración nominal, solo que en este caso un poco más específica y es con una acción. Pero esa acción no es que sea una acción de la oración en general, porque aquí el verbo es simplemente to be, sino que es una acción que en este caso está funcionando como sustantivo, right? Entonces, that is what we call a noun phrase after the verb to be. Por eso llamamos una oración nominal después de verb to be. ¿Listo? Is including an action in ing for complementing that complement. ¿Ready? El complemento por sí solo podría funcionar, pero para ser más específico, le incluyo ese verbo. Y si lo incluyo, tendría que ir en ing. Right? Now we talk about, for example, the disadvantage or the downside. Yeah? So I could say the downside of, y aquí también puede funcionar después de la preposición. Puedo decir the downside of my family, como lo hicimos en el primer ejemplo, the best part of your family, o con una acción, the downside of being part of my family. O sea, puedo decir la desventaja de mi familia o la desventaja de ser parte de mi familia. Being part of my family, like my family is, right? And then, for example, somebody said the discussions, bueno, the arguments, right? The arguments. Y está bien, solo el complemento, ¿cierto? O sea, solo el sustantivo. The arguments, that's it. But I can say, for example, no, es que la desventaja es escuchar todas esas peleas. So in that case, it would be the downside of being part of my family is what?
Listening.
Muy bien, Laura, excellent. Is listening to all the all the arguments, ¿cierto? Entonces, I can use it simply the subject, the noun, sorry, or with the verb, depending if I want to be more specific or not, right? It can apply in this case, can apply after the verb to be, but it is just one of the possibilities that we have. This is a gerund. Of course, as you know, como ustedes saben, the gerunds are verbs in ing. ¿Cierto? Los gerundios son verbos en ing. And it's a verb that it's working as a noun. Lo que está haciendo es trabajar como un sustantivo. ¿Ya? Es decir, que cuando uso un verbo en gerund, realmente no es el verbo de la acción, de la oración. Es o el sujeto o el complemento. Right? For example, when I use the subject as the complement, primero, subject as the gerund as the subject of the sentence. Yes? It's when I am talking about that action. For example, living with my parents, living with my parents was great. Antes, cuando vivía con mi mamá, right? Living with my parents was great. En ese caso, la acción living with my parents realmente no es la acción del verbo, no es el verbo de la oración, es simplemente el sujeto, right? It's just simply the subject, right? Entonces ahí está funcionando como sujeto. Es un gerundio, es un verbo en ing con un complemento, pero está en la posición del sujeto. Aquí el verbo es was great. En ese caso, cuando uso, digamos, el gerundio al inicio, casi siempre voy a usar un verb to be, porque voy a dar una opinión sobre esa acción, o un verbo de opinión. For example, seem, look, sound, right? Example, I don't know, working in Colombia. Working in Colombia. Working in Colombia is not profitable. What is the meaning of profitable? You remember what's the meaning of profitable?
Rentable.
Rentable, muy bien, very good. So I said that working in Colombia, in this country, is not profitable. Verb to be, as you see. But of course, I can use other verb. I can say, for example, working in Colombia doesn't sound profitable. Yeah, no suena muy rentable. So, but in that case, the important thing is that you understand that this verb with ing and the complement working in Colombia is not the verb. It's only working as the subject. So it's nominalized. Es un verbo que está nominalizado, es decir, funcionando como un sustantivo. En este caso, como el sujeto de la oración. Ready? This is one possibility. But the most common possibility is using the gerund in the complement. Yeah? And in that case, I have different possibilities. I have a list of verbs and I have a list of prepositions that are going to be followed by gerunds. Yeah. So in this case, we're going to go to this part. This is actually something that we have seen before, but we're going to check it out again. We're going to review it, right? So guys, in that case, sometimes we have to put two verbs together, yes, and some of those verbs can be in gerund afterwards, right? So for example, like here, these verbs are usually followed by gerund. The verb, for example, avoid, which is evitar, consider, dislike, end up, enjoy, finish, go on, imagine, mind or don't mind, miss, spend time, think about, bueno, que es porque tiene preposición about, suggest, quit, ¿cierto? They are verbs that normally, if I have to use other verb, the verb it's going to be in ing. For example, like the little bird, it says, I enjoy running in the forest. Doesn't say I enjoy to run. No, I enjoy running in the forest, right? That's one of the possibilities. I avoid doing this. I imagine working on other place. For example, if I talk about family and friends, we said my mom suggests, suggest not drinking tinto. So in this moment, she's saying like, no, no, don't drink tinto. So my mother suggests not drinking coffee. Yeah, I use the verb suggest, and then it's followed by a gerund. Entonces, these verbs are the real verb of the sentence. Estos son los verbos reales de la oración. Not drinking coffee, is only the complement. Es únicamente el complemento de la oración, right? Entonces, it's possible that I can use gerunds after this verb, después de estos verbos. But it's also possible that I can use it with expressions that include prepositions. Ready? Por ejemplo, aquí, these expressions, which are normally with verb to be, they include prepositions. For, about, at, in, ¿cierto? Of. Entonces, for all the expressions, all the verbs that we have after these prepositions are going to be used with infinite, with gerund, yeah? Just for example, I don't know, she is my mom, no? I'm talking about my mom. My mom is known for being very temperamental. Bueno, temperamental, yes? So when that case, I said the expression my mom is known for, preposition for, and then the action, yeah? Es conocida por ser muy temperamental, right? So these expressions also include gerund afterwards. ¿Listo? Entonces, guys, es importante que tratemos de recordar cuáles son los verbos que son seguidos por gerundio. Okay, let me just find it out. So that's it. So why? Because in this case, we are going to find it out, and they are a lot. Son muchos los verbos que son seguidos por gerundio. Estos son solamente algunos, right? Los más normales, they are enjoy, recommend, anticipate, put off, que es lo mismo de postpone, complete, discuss. Bueno, we have a lot. Ready? Expresiones muy típicas con gerundio. Por ejemplo, can help o don't mind. Remember what is the meaning of don't mind?
¿Importa?
No importa.
Como no importa, pero no como no importa que no es importante, sino como que no tengo problema con ello, ¿cierto? I don't mind working at nights. It's fine. ¿No? Or for example, expressions like can help. Do you remember what is the meaning of can help?
No, no poder ayudar.
Literalmente sería como no poder ayudar, pero en realidad significa no poder evitar. Ready? O sea, no lo puedo evitar, right? Entonces, for example, if I say, no, no lo puedo evitar, pero ¿qué es lo que no puedes evitar? Es una acción, ¿cierto? That's why the next part is a verb injured, right? Usually say, no, I can help going to bed late. Seriously, I try and try and try, but I can't help going to the bed late. If I go to the bed earlier, anyway, I don't sleep, so I prefer to work.
Y
So
avoid.
tell me,
Y avoid.
I avoid going to the bed late.
Sí. I
Yes.
can avoid.
Exactly.
¿No se puede decir o
Sí,
también
claro,
se
of
puede?
course. Yes, no problem. That's another possibility. That's the opposite. No, I can avoid going to the bed late. So she's always going to the bed late, right?
Okay.
She's a possibility, of course. Muy bien, guys. Any verb from here that you don't understand, that you say like, teacher, ese no lo conozco. Any of these verbs?
Involve.
Involve, it means like require. Es sinónimo of require, ¿no? O sea, literalmente es como envolver, pero significa como necesitar, requerir, ¿cierto? Involucrar. That's it, right?
And the expression put off.
Put off, it's a synonym of postpone. Es un phrasal verb, significa postpone, right?
Okay.
Example, I never put off a going out because it involves riding my bike. Yeah, so I never postpone going out because it requires, it necessitates riding my bike. So that's why. But please look at the expression and then ing. Expression and then ing. It's like it's getting used to include the right verb after the right verb. It means using the correct combination of verbs. Yes, es acostumbrarse a usar la combinación correcta y obviamente saber que el segundo irá en este caso pues siempre en gerundio. So, ready? How do you feel, guys? Questions hasta ahí, difficulties, problems, anything?
Here for now.
Clear for now?
Teacher,
Yes.
un ejemplo con finish,
Of course.
please. Thank
I don't know. For example, let's say I just finished uh, cleaning the kitchen up, right? So, finished, puede ir en cualquier tiempo, but the verb that is after that, it's in ing. Yeah. Or I don't know, I can finish working on time. I always take too much time, so I can finish working on time. I always take much time. You see, so it's just finish and then the verb in ing.
you. Okay, thanks.
Mm. So, bueno, guys, very good. So in this case, the idea is that this expression, this gerund thing, it's something very common and it's something very useful, right? Many times we are going to find out two verbs and the second verb is in gerund. Yeah? So every time that you think like, why is this verb in gerund? You're going to find out that it's either one of these verbs or one expression with prepositions. We're going to read an example so you can confirm that information. Ready? Listo. Guys, this is a personality survey. Do you know what is the meaning of survey?
Encuesta.
Encuesta, very good. So here, we're going to have some information, and what you have to do is simply tell me if you agree or disagree with that information, if it's yes or no. Ready? Mr. Nicholas, read number one, brother, please.
Number one, I'm not afraid of giving speeches in front of the class.
Excellent. So here we have, I'm not afraid of giving speeches in front of the class. Giving speeches, it means like como dar discursos in front of the class. Agree or disagree?
Mm, when I was a teenager, I feel afraid giving speeches.
That, of course, it was very normal, no? But in this moment, no more.
No,
It's very
the
good.
life trained me.
Yeah, in the work, imagine some people feel afraid of giving speeches at work, no? It can happen. Okay, Nico, thank you so much. Mrs. Lau, number two.
I enjoy going to parties where I don't know everyone.
What do you think? Agree or disagree?
No, disagree.
Disagree, right? Like going to a
Yes,
party with a bunch of strangers, right?
yes,
Okay,
no.
very good now. Cami, my number three.
Okay, teacher. I avoid expressing my feelings and ideas in public.
Ideas, ideas.
Ideas.
Mhm, very good. So yes or
Okay.
no? Agree or disagree? I avoid. What is
Eh,
avoid?
como evitar, ¿sí?
Evitar. Very good. So agree or disagree?
No, I'm disagree with
Like
that.
you can express your ideas in public, no problem.
Yes, it's important for in general with someone else.
That of course, very good. That's very important. Okay, very good. Number four, Nico.
Number four, I insist on making my own decisions.
Decisions. Agree or
Mm,
disagree?
that depends the situation, the
Okay.
decision. But this, if the decision is very personal, yes, I insist of making that.
Okay, very good. Checking that the preposition is on. Insist on and then making the decisions. Yeah. Guys, recuerden que en inglés no tomo decisiones, is not take decisions, sino hacer decisiones, o sea, make decisions, right? Muy
Ah,
good, very
okay.
good. Excellent, Mae. Laurita, number five.
I don't mind giving up my time to help other people. Yes, I don't mind giving up my time.
So if you are in a rush, if you are late for work and a person needs help, you stop and you help the person.
Yes, could be.
Very generous of your part. Very good. Okay, no, thank you so much.
Why not?
For the time is gold, right?
Yes,
Okay,
I
love.
know.
Thank you. Cami, my friend, number six.
Okay, teacher, I never worry about getting places on time.
Mm.
Uh, in my case, sometimes depend of the place, the invitation for my job place is very important. The punctuality. So yes, but the other events, no is como diría, como eh, trágico, como,
I
como,
will
¿cómo
you say
diría?
like
Como,
yes, it's not a life
como,
that matter. Like life that matter es como de vida o muerte.
okay,
Yeah, ready?
okay, teacher.
Yeah. Okay, very
Yes.
good. Great, excellent. Nico, number seven.
Number seven, I always feel like going dancing. No, maybe only the weekends. I
On
feel
weekend. Uh-huh.
I feel that I'm going to dance.
Okay, very good. Here, when I have the expression feel like it means, en este caso no es el like como el verbo gustar, sino como la preposición, como la preposición como, right? So the expression feel like doing something es como tener ganas de o sentir ganas de, right? I always feel, in my case, for example, I always feel like drinking coffee. Ah, it's a possibility, right? So depending the action.
Okay.
Great. Listo, Nico. Thank you so much. Lau, number eight.
I can stand being a messy, a disorganized room. Yes,
Great.
I don't like being in a mess.
Perfect. Me neither. The mess is very, how did you say that? Harmful for your brain, no? So it's very dangerous for your brain.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, love, thanks. And finally, Cami.
Okay, I prefer telling people how I feel, even if it's embarrassing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, um, as I said before, um, I don't, I don't matter the situation. I'm going to tell you my feelings because it's very important for um, for me and to explain my idea,
Mhm, mhm.
my knowledge.
Great. My knowledge. Good. Excellent. Camille, you
Okay.
said, no, I don't matter, I don't care about the situation.
Okay.
O the other expression is no matter the situation. Que I don't care suena un poquito duro, como muy rudo, ¿no? Como no me importa. ¿Sí? Es mejor decir no matter, sin importar la situación. No matter the situation. Nah. Or you could say independently, independent.
O sea, es mejor decir no matter.
Sí, no matter es más suave, digamos, o sea, porque la expresión I don't matter es como mezclar estas dos,
Ah,
¿cierto?
ok.
Entonces, una de dos, o dices I don't care o dices no matter, pero pues no matter es más sensato, ¿right? Es que I don't care suena un poco rudo, muy, como que no me importa y no importa, ¿right? O puedes decir como en ese caso, como independientemente, independently of the situation, I prefer to express my opinion.
Okay, teacher.
So, right?
Okay, okay.
Very good. Bueno, guys, so this survey, yeah, as you can see in the survey, every single sentence has a gerund. Yeah. In every single sentence, we have a verb in ing. Giving, going, expressing, making, giving, getting, like going, being, and telling, right? But we have different reasons. No? For example, in the first one, it's because there is a preposition of. In the second one, because it's the verb enjoy, the verb avoid. Here, because we have preposition. Here, because we have the verb mind. Here we have preposition. Here we have preposition like. Here we have the expression can't stand. And here we have the verb prefer. So we're going to use these kind of gerunds a lot of times in almost every text that we say or in almost every sentence that we use. But it's important that you remember specifically in what cases can I use these gerunds, okay? If it's the specific verbs, the verb prefer, the verb suggest, the verb, the expression can't stand, the expression can help, the expression don't mind, right? That they always use gerunds afterwards. Okay? Kind of clear, guys? Questions, difficulties about these expressions? Any of these expressions that is not clear, maybe?
Clear, teacher.
Clear, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
So that is very good. So today we're going to finish with a very easy activity. What we have here are some sentences related to different actions, right? Different actions. Some of them about work, some of them about family, some of them about socializing, right? But all of them are injured. What I want you to do is to create an example with one of these actions. But remember that we have so many options. We can make it with the double gerund. The best part of living in Colombia is blah, 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 and the ing. Or simply with one of the verbs that we saw before. No, for example, I recommend living in Colombia because blah, 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 right? Or using one expression with preposition. I am happy about living in Colombia because blah, blah, blah. Ready? Use one of these sentences for one example as you prefer, but you have to use either one of the three examples that we saw or that we explained today. Yeah. Or a noun phrase, or a specific verb, or a preposition with, an expression with preposition. Any of the three cases, right? I'm going to give you just 1 minute. Think about it. Choose the correct sentence and think about an example about it. Okay, guys, when you are ready, tell me. Ready, guys? Hold on.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, Lau, go ahead.
First, being sick doesn't allow me take care of my son enough.
Good. Okay. In that case, for example, Lau uses the gerund at the beginning as the subject, no? So being sick doesn't allow me to take care of my son enough. Very good, Lau.
And two, working in front of a computer can cause eye strain.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Being in quarantine didn't allow me to have a peaceful pregnancy.
Oh my God, you were pregnant during the quarantine?
Yes,
Oh my God.
yes, my son is 5 years old.
Oh my God. So, and when he was born, did he get the COVID? Like in the
No,
no?
no, never.
Okay, great, excellent. Very loud, those three?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just three.
wonderful. Very excellent. That's it.
You told three, right?
Well, I said one, but you did three.
You
Excellent.
said three. Oh, okay,
It was
sorry.
even better. Even better. Okay, Lau, thank you so much. So in that case, you use all of them as subjects. Perfect. Yeah. But let's see how your classmates did it. Cami, Nico. Guys, Cami. Mhm.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Mm, digamos, ¿importa el orden? O sea, por ejemplo, el working with kids. em, ¿Siempre debe ir al inicio o también puede ser al final?
Puede
Como
ser al
el...
final, Cami. Exacto, exacto.
Okay, for example, in this case, working with kids, could be is necessary. I don't know. Is necessary develop the parents working with kids?
Again. Is necessary developing what?
is necessary develop patience, o sea, como la paciencia, patience.
Patience,
Okay,
patience.
patience, working with kids.
Good. Ahí nos falta una preposición. So, it's necessary to develop patience for working with kids. Para
Okay,
trabajar. Right?
okay. Yes, for working with kids.
Exacto. Entonces, vean,
Oh,
aquí ese es un ejemplo claro de que el gerundio va a ir después de preposición, right? Entonces, en el caso for, y ahí sí incluye el gerundio. Right?
yes, teacher.
Eso, Camilo.
Okay. Other case
Ujú.
could be living alone. For example, um, I enjoy my salary living alone.
Okay, very good. I enjoy my salary living alone. That case, well, that's a different case because we don't have preposition, but it's also valid. Excellent. I enjoy my salary living alone. Good.
Okay, teacher.
Mhm.
Other or
If you want.
being sick.
Mhm.
Um, afraid. Uh, mm, when
Of.
sorry?
Usually with expression be afraid is be afraid of. Right?
Okay. Okay, I don't know that.
Mhm.
So I'm afraid of. Um, I don't know. O sea, ahí ya comienza otra oración, o sea, como una parte, digamos, si yo estoy, digo, bueno, yo estoy asustado, digamos, cuando estoy enfermo, pero entonces ya no sería con el gerundio.
Exacto. Ahí, ¿qué pasa, Camilo?
Ok.
O sea, es más que estoy asustado cuando me enfermo, me asusto cuando me enfermo. Entonces, por
Ujú.
ejemplo, I feel afraid of. En ese caso no sería I am afraid, sino I feel afraid.
Ok. I
Y
feel afraid.
ahí ya el conector sí sería entonces when I,
Ajá.
¿cierto? Pero si yo digo, como, no, me asusta. ¿Qué es lo que te asusta de estar enfermo? ¿Te asusta morirte? ¿Te asusta sentirte mal? ¿Te asusta? ¿Qué te asusta?
Pues los síntomas.
Sentirse mal, ¿cierto? Bueno,
Exacto.
es in that case, afraid. Mira, afraid siempre lleva la preposición of, ¿verdad?
Ok,
Cada
ok.
expresión tiene una preposición diferente incluida, right? So in that case, you could say, for example, I am afraid of feeling bad, que lo que te asusta es que sentirte mal.
Ok.
¿Yes? O, no sé, feeling bad, o por ejemplo, cuando me enfermo, a mí lo que me asusta es incapacitarme, right? So I am afraid of missing my work, como faltar al trabajo, ¿yes? I'm afraid of,
No,
o I am afraid of, no sé, disappointing my students, ¿yes? Entonces, estas expresiones, como lo usaste en anterior, puede ser como me siento así cuando tal cosa sucede, pero si lo quiero decir como me asusta tal cosa, entonces ahí es la preposición correspondiente y luego la acción en gerundio, claramente.
no, ok, teacher. Ok, ok.
Excelente. Very good, my friend.
Perfect.
And Mr. Nicholas, what do you have for me?
For example, it takes time to recover from being heartbroken
Entonces, it takes time to recover from what, sorry?
or being heartbroken.
Ah, heartbroken, very good, right? But in that case, the preposition for recovering from being heartbroken. Muy bien, that's it. Ready? Do you have another?
Another example, I find comfort in having pets.
Perfect, very good. I find comfort in, preposition in, having pets, right? Muy bien. These guys, the gerunds are going to be a very valuable tool because that tool is going to allow me to combine a lot of different verbs, connect sentences through prepositions, through the verb to be, yeah. So it is incredibly valuable and useful because the use of gerunds allows me to be more specific and include information, especially of actions, no? Because sometimes it's difficult to include actions. So this tool, this technique of putting the verbs in there is very useful and it's really, really used. You're going to find it out in a lot of different places, songs, well, in all different kinds of language. So it's important that you remember how to use. Okay, guys? Questions about the difficulties?
No, teacher.
No, that's it.
No, teacher.
Sure. You can give us a page or a image with the preposition for the expression for the gerunds.
Depends the expressions that you want, but I mean, these are some, and all of these ones are with the verb to be, right?
The most common.
Yes, and usually these ones are with the verb to be. Yeah, so be afraid of, be angry about, be bad at, be excited about, be famous for, be good at, yes, but are like some common. But there are others, ready? So you can say what you can find out, it's collocations with prepositions. Collocations are expressions that are always the same. For example, the verb depend, when I use in Spanish, I say depende de. Siempre digo depende de esto, depende de lo otro, right? But in English, the preposition is on. And it's always on. I always said it depends on my mother, it depends on the weather, it depends on this, it depends on that. Entonces, ese es un collocation. Igual que todas estas son collocations, right? Son muchísimas. So you can find collocations with prepositions, and then you find a lot on internet entire list of collocations, ¿vale?
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Ready? Listo, guys. So for the day, that's it. See you tomorrow in the second class of the week. And nothing, that's it. See you tomorrow, guys. Have a good night and sleep tight, and see you tomorrow. Thank you for
Thank you,
coming.
teacher. See you tomorrow.
Okay,
Thanks,
teacher.
teacher. You
Thank you. Good
too.
night.
Have a good
Bye,
night.
guys. See
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.